A state of emergency has been declared on the Greek island of Santorini. It follows a strong earthquake last night. It was a magnitude 5.2 quake, and it followed days of near constant tremors on the famous tourist island. According to residents and visitors alike, they've been fleeing en masse since the shaking began last week. Around 20,000 people live on the island, and it sees more than 3 million visitors each year. So, for the current situation, Elinda Labropoulou joins me now from there. Are people still scared and leaving?
People are still scared and leaving. We understand that at least 11,000 people have fled the island since the tremors began. Obviously, this is not the high season, so it's not so much tourists as more locals and workers who are on the island right now, but emergency boats and flights have been put in place in order for people to be able to leave. Now, this is an unprecedented situation on the island. This is what the experts have been telling us. And today, the island has been put on state of emergency for over a month, just simply to make sure that all scenarios can be taken care of. There are two scenarios here. There's a good scenario that these tremors will continue, and they may continue for a long time. It could be weeks, it could even be months, but that finally the activity is going to subside. And there is a bad scenario that these are just foreshocks that we're seeing so far, and there is a big earthquake coming. So authorities are preparing for all scenarios. The army is on the island, special rescue teams have arrived, and from what we understand now, Santorini is really looking like a ghost town, as most people have already left, Richard.
So the feeling must be that if the worst in terms of a quake were to happen, that most are out of harm's way. Whatever the physical damage would be, at least for people, they're out of harm's way.
Yes, that would be the feeling. However, of course, you're also looking at an island that sees such a great number of visitors. And at this time of year, everybody is preparing for the summer, is preparing for the season. So it's extremely difficult to know how things are going to go in the long run, Richard.
Yes, of course. You'll be there to watch events as they unfold over the next few days. I'm grateful. Thank you, Linda.